18 ECG news with the news and facts for the egg and egg product market. This week is quite similar than last week. The only difference is that we have this week one holiday, and that makes of course the sales more stressing. You have to be very quick because you have only 4 days for delivery instead of 5, and that makes sometimes the situation looking a little bit different than it is, because the most sellers are having the feeling that the market is going to run much more quicker than normally. But it is only because they have to deliver instead on 5 days, everything on 4 days, and that makes them stress, of course, with organization. On the other hand, we think that the market is quite similar than last week. We have still very big offers of eggs. We can still see that the prices are dropping day by day a little bit. Sometimes you have the feeling that we have already the bottom, but we think that the market is quite not on the bottom, because we know also that some producers have very much eggs put in the store waiting for better markets, but these eggs are also of course getting older, and if the situation will come up that these eggs will also come on the market, we see a very big problem on the prices, because then the market will be totally overfull with eggs. If it will come to that situation, nobody knows, but at this moment we do not see very big buyers on the market. We do not see that people can take in the industries, for example, very big quantities, as they bought already the last weeks very much. And these eggs are coming in now, perhaps too expensive, but they are coming in, they are filling the stores, and it makes it very difficult, of course, for them to take in more eggs, even not if they are very cheap. So the situation is not, is it cheap enough to buy? The question is, do we have place to take it in? The other problem of the industries is, of course, in these short weeks when there are holidays, that they have not so much demand on the liquid, as their customers are closing sometimes half a week. And this problem we have this week and also the week after next. So that makes, of course, the production of these industries lowering down, and the needs of the eggs are also lowering down. Then that means also that they don't buy so much as in a normal week. We see from all the sites that we have still very much offers on cage eggs. We see that the barn eggs are also being offered with plenty of truckloads, and it is really difficult to sell them. And we see also that the difference between the pricing of cut and non-cut is coming to a very small, it's not very so much anymore, and also the prices of the barn eggs are coming very close to the price of the cage eggs. We see that the powder market is not running very well. We see that the liquid market is not running very well, but we see not when it will change, because we have, from our point of view, a very big problem on the world market. We went out the last weeks for a few days in Arabic countries and also to Africa, and we could see there on the market that there are plenty of truckloads and plenty of offers, as we have now in Europe. And the prices, they are really, really very bad. That makes it also very unattractive to sell some eggs to these countries, because there are really plenty of eggs on the markets, and the prices there are also totally down. So that makes no sense for people from Europe to sell any eggs there, because the prices there are not better than the industry prices in Europe. On the other hand, we hear also that there are very much eggs from India on the market. There are plenty of truckloads from Ukraine on the market, and also Turkey is offering very cheap. And as we got the information that they all had also increased their production, this will perhaps also not change. We hear from USA market that there's also the problem still there, that the prices were dropping this week again. The consumption is again very bad. We hear also that, of course, the industry has still no market, and we get the information also that now the first containers are coming to the world market, but that will be for sure more in the next weeks or months. USA people can at this moment export something to Canada and a little bit to Mexico, but it will not change the situation as they have a very big overproduction and they need to send to the world market to come in a normal market again. The weather is getting better now, which is very nice, but it is not very good for the egg market, and the time is now to tell, of course, what will happen this week and also next week with all these holidays and the warmer weather, if there is a change possible to higher prices for eggs. As we told, time has to tell. We will see, we will tell you, of course, next week again, and then we will be back with more and perhaps or hopefully better informations, which will be more positive. We will see. Take care.